Hello, boys and girls. We are on our third day in the third chapter of The Secret of Smith's Hill. Now, it says at the top, our headline, Clementine Gets Curious, Starts to Dig. The story so far, the noises in the night are still mysteries, but Kelly has found a stone with what looks like writing on it near where the new shed will stand. All right, now as we're reading, let's listen for these questions to be answered. What numbers did Kelly and James find on the gray stone? What metal object did a construction crew member find when digging the cellar hole? What are some of the strange behaviors Clementine the dog showed? Oh, so now we know Clementine is a dog. What is important about Concord, Lexington, and Paul Revere? And then make a prediction. What do you think the numbers 782 might mean? All right, let's jump right in. First paragraph. When the twins had finished washing the lunch dishes and Mom and Dad were unpacking books, Kelly put the stone with the marks on it in the dishwater and scrubbed at it vigorously. That means she scrubbed at it really hard. But the writing, if writing it was just as indistinct as before. That means she couldn't read it any better. She couldn't tell what it said. How about we put paint or ink in the cracks, James suggested. Sometimes, James, Kelly said. I think you're a genius. She got some black poster paint from her room upstairs and carefully brushed it into the cracks until a 7, an 8, and a 2 emerged. There's one of the answers to our first question. Maybe it's part of a house number, Kelly said excitedly. Maybe there used to be a house where this shed is going, and it was number 782. James looked doubtful. That means he didn't believe her. But this house is only number 47, he said. Another house that close wouldn't be 782. Hello, someone called at the back door. Anyone lose this? James opened the door to a member of the construction crew who was holding up a rusty U-shaped piece of metal. What is it? James asked. It looks like a horseshoe, the man said. You never know what you'll find around these old Revolutionary War houses. Just wanted to make sure it wasn't yours. Revolutionary War? Kelly asked, surprised. You mean Concord and Lexington and Paul Revere and the Declaration of Independence? Now, boys and girls, I remember those names from one of our questions. What is important about Concord, Lexington, and Paul Revere? Let's pay attention to this part. Now we're at the top of the second column. The man grinned. The very same. Actually, your house was built even earlier. Where'd you find the horseshoe? Kelly asked. Near the cellar hole. Clementine, that's my dog, started scratching around. Then she whimpered and backed away, so I looked and there it was. You have a dog? Kelly asked eagerly. Can we see her? Why did she whimper? Ding, ding, ding. Remember our word whimper, boys and girls? It's like a soft cry. Sure you can see her, the man said. I don't know why she whimpered. Here. He handed the horseshoe to James. You might want to hold on to this for luck. Okay. James put the horseshoe on the table, and he and Kelly ran outside after the man. Name's Sam, by the way, the man told them. You must be James and Kelly. Clemmy, he called. Here, girl. There was an answering bark from the left-hand end of the cellar hole. A beautiful collie stood there, her golden brown and white coat shining in the sun. Her front paws were covered with dirt. Bad dog, Sam scolded. You know you're not supposed to dig. He scuffed dirt into a hole. Clementine whined and then barked. It's like she doesn't want you to fill it in, Kelly said. Sam took a leash out of his pocket and snapped it onto Clemmy's collar. We can't have her digging up your property. I'll just put her in my truck. Oh no, Kelly exclaimed. Now we're at the top of the third column. Don't do that. Could we take her for a walk instead? Sam hesitated. Well, okay, he said, finally putting the leash into Kelly's hand. But don't let her dig. I won't, Kelly promised. Come on, Clemmy. But Clementine stood still. Kelly could see that she was still interested in the hole. Clemmy, heel! Kelly tugged on the leash, and at last Clementine followed. What were you doing? Kelly asked James. Thinking mostly, James said. You found that weird stone close to where Sam found the horseshoe, right? Not really. Kelly stopped for a moment while Clementine sniffed. The stone was on the dirt pile, and I guess the horseshoe was near the cellar hole. Why? James shrugged. I don't know. It just seems odd, especially since Clemmy was so interested in the horseshoe. It wasn't the horseshoe she was interested in, Kelly pointed out. She whimpered at it. Ding, ding, ding. She was interested in digging a hole. Maybe we should see if she whimpers again. Maybe. Deciding it was easier to humor James than to argue, Kelly turned Clementine toward the house. And when they got there and Kelly took the horseshoe outside to Clemmy, sure enough, Clemmy backed away and whimpered again. Ding, ding, ding. Then she pulled the leash out of Kelly's hand, ran to the cellar hole, and started digging again, frantically. Ding, ding, ding. Remember our word frantically? So she's digging at it kind of wildly, really quickly, really wildly. And that's the end of our chapter today, boys and girls. And it says that tomorrow's chapter will be Triple Trouble. Oh, I wonder what could happen there. All right, make sure that you answer your questions, and we'll see you back here for chapter 4.